Okay. All right. So I'm going to try something new. I'm sure a lot of you guys have heard of Tyler's Tarot. I'm a huge fan, and I really, really love his quick format. And I like that he uploads a lot too. I find that really, really awesome and helpful. Also, I mean, he's just funny as hell and fun to watch. So, I don't purport to be any of that. But, as I say, imitation is the best form of flattery, hopefully. Okay. And not really, it's like, I'm not trying to imitate, Tyler's Tarot. It's just that, I mean, he's got a great channel and I really love the format that he does. And I think it's, awesome. So I think there's room for others and it's like, it's not intruding on him. I mean, the dude is like amazing and has like a bazillion followers and everything. So, hopefully it won't come off that way. And so that's certainly not my intention. It really is that I just, I admire his approach, and I think it's really good. So I thought I would try something like that. If any of you, for some reason, have not heard of him, it's a great channel called Tyler's Tarot, and he, uploads really, frequently and super entertaining. I honestly, I find myself watching all of the signs, even though it's not my sign. So just in case I miss like some gem that he might throw out there. So, and there's a lot of other readers I like too. One I really, really like, Solomon. That's not the name of his channel though. Psychic Love Heals. I was going to say Pray Love Heals, but it's Psychic Love Heals. Kind of a totally different approach than Tyler's Tarot, but I really, really dig that guy. I think he's genuine and has a really nice, slow approach. Anyway, so I'll get into this. So basically, I'm going to do something similar to, like what the other channel does, just sort of, kind of like what's coming towards you kind of scenario kind of deal for the signs. So I'll split it up in elements. So we'll start with water. All right. Water and flow. Let's see how that goes. All right. So let's see. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. That would be the order. Okay. So we'll start off with Cancer. And this is just kind of a quick, well, it was quick without that intro. This will be quick. Okay, so let's take a look. And it's just kind of like, a couple day energy or whatever, or whenever you happen to see it, really, as long as it's in March. Okay? Okay. Cancers, please. The sign of Cancer, please. Cancer. Cancer's watching this video, please. Clear information. Okay. Okay, so some of you may be kind of bored with the situation you're in right now, or just sort of frustrated, really. That's very possible. Looks like, we have the Two of Swords here. I don't know if you can see, I'll try to move the cards down. We have the Two of Swords and we have the Six of Cups. So it's like sort of a feeling of nostalgia, looking back, having to make a hard decision, maybe something could even be like a move or something, like you need to go back home. Let's see. But I think this is love related. Hold on. Yeah, it looks, I think you just you have this truth that's been given to you and you kind of don't know what to do with it. Okay. So you're kind of looking back to old patterns of how you used to deal with things or their behavior, the other person's behavior. You're looking back on their behavior and really thinking about this, like, the truth is, I remember this, that kind of, energy. So, the other person, they want to move forward, but there's something not quite right about them right now. I mean, your outcome is awesome. You have the Nine of Cups, but just something about the other person, that is, we've got kind of mixed energy here. We have this kind of smugness going on. Sort of like, all I got to do is do this and she or he will come running right to me. But, that kind of vibe. But let me see. Oh, all right. Yeah, it's good. Okay. So why is that here then? Okay. Because you have Knight of Cups and you have the Sun as a clarifier. But I'm confused why the Five of Swords is here, so let me take a look at that. Why is this Five of Swords here for? Who's coming towards Cancer, please? Why is the Five of Swords here? Yeah, okay. Well, looks like commitment's on the table, and they kind of want to start off with something with you. I really don't understand the Five of Swords here. I'm going to be honest. I don't know why it's here. One more attempt. Yeah. You're getting a lot of major arcana cards coming out. So, I feel like it is, this person is, their intentions are good. It's, definitely they're strong. I'm not sure why this is here. This is typically a card of being a little smug, kind of holding all the cards, or kind of knowing that they have you in like in other words, when I say they hold all the cards, like perhaps they have the money and the resources and they know that, so they use that to manipulate you to stay, that kind of energy. But, that would normally be what this is, but none of the other supporting cards are going along with that. So this could have been a fluke, but it's usually not a fluke in tarot. So there's something to that. I'm not really following. Let me see what it is to you. Let me see if that'll make sense then. Because the other stuff is all very positive about this love offering with this Knight of Cups, okay? So, how's the Five of Swords in relation to Cancer, please? How does Cancer react, please? Okay. Yeah, walking away. Interesting. Okay, let me take a look here. Because it seems like, Cancer, this person is serious. I think there was some sort of harsh argument or harsh words or something like that made you go into this place of doubt. Like, oh my God, I hope I'm not dating that type again. That kind of thing. And, you kind of are thinking of moving on, but you do see this connection, that you've had. So, it's a little all over the place, Cancer, but, you have a good outcome. Let me see if I can clarify with a little oracle cards here. Let's see what we got here. Because their energy looks like bright and happy and shiny and all those kind of types of things. Could be a little controlling and definitely could be a Leo. Absolutely. With the Sun card here and the Strength card. I mean, we got all elements, but it could definitely be a Leo for some of you. But your energy is more like, kind of no and not wanting to return to the past. You want things to be different, that's for sure. I see that. Okay, so let's see. Cancer, please. And one here, please. Come on. Yep, you're the one. Let go. Okay. All right. Okay. So, in yours, you have stepping into power. You are strong beyond measure. Okay. So it seems, I think like this person kind of hurt you in some way, and honestly, the thing is though, Cancer, is I think it's minor. I think you're making it more of a big deal than it really should be. And not for all of you. I mean, if somebody, was really like, awful, then obviously that's terrible. But to me, I'm looking at a lighter subject here. So it's like words, words being exchanged that just were not too awesome. Okay. And, you just sort of kind of, it's also the scenario of too good to be true, which I do see that a lot in relationship spreads where people, well, not in relationship spreads. Actually, I see it in human behavior is what I meant to say. I don't see it that often in spreads. But in human behavior, a lot of times there's this like kind of awesomeness that comes into our lives. And, I think I've had this theme with you guys before. I think that was a couple readings back with some of you, where it's like, you almost think, oh, this is kind of, there must be something wrong with this person, or, like I will look and I will scope it out and I will find what is wrong with this person, and of course you're going to find something because, if you keep digging deep enough, of course you're going to find something wrong. No one's perfect, but this is almost a vibe of like doing that too much and not believing that this person's sincere, and coming on strong. Well, actually, they're coming on really, really strong. So I get that. That could be a little annoying. However, your end, you have Journey by Moonlight, Believe in Magic. So, it's possible, maybe you guys go out on a late night date. St. Patrick's is coming up. And that is not why I'm wearing my green shirt, because I don't celebrate St. Patrick's Day. I am Irish. So anyway, that's a whole nother story. So, it's a couple different scenarios, Cancer, basically. But, this looks good. And this is just a few days energy type of thing. This person is coming on strong. I get it. You may or may not like that style. It might remind you of someone else that you knew in the past, or you could just not be believing that they're sincere because they're coming on so strong that it's like, really? Oh, you love me already? It's been 2 days, that kind of thing. But, you have this pretty interesting outcome here. So might be worth a shot. Okay. All right. So we're going to move on to Scorpio. All right. Well, yay, Cancer. That's a little, I like this, because your weekly reading was not so hot. So, which, I'd apologize, but, it's not my fault. Okay. All right. Although some of the commenters would claim it to be my fault, but, hey. That's cool. All right. Scorpio. Scorpio is next. Okay, let's see what's going on with Scorpios, please. Scorpio. Okay, and I promise I won't start breaking into song like Tyler's Tarot, because he sings great, but I sure don't. So I'm not going to imitate that channel that much. Don't worry. Although, song lyrics always do come to mind, but I used to keep a blog on MySpace, and I would constantly intertwine, I kept it for 3 years, intertwine song lyrics with the blog itself, because I'm just one of those that gets over bombarded with song lyrics in my head. Scorpio, Scorpio, Scorpio. Yeah. Okay. And I do have a song in my head, but I'm not going to mention it because that would just be too, whatever. Okay. Scorpio. One more shuffle. Okay, Scorpio. Where they're at, what's going on? Let's go towards them all like this. Scorpio. Interesting. Okay. All right. So we have Queen of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, not too much on that. Okay. So we got the Tower card. We have a Tower presence, but it is in the, well, I'll get there. So right now we have balance and we have the Eight of Coin. So it's very interesting because this is the same card in the same position in Cancer's reading. So if you happen to be dealing with a Cancer, go back and check that one out. Anyway, so for Scorpio, just basically, good flow, good energy. You're in kind of a nice flow with work, a lot of creative work and things like that seems to be going well. Business is good if you have your own business, maybe a little busy, that sort of thing. If you don't have your own business, it's just, could be just a really good balanced workflow coming through, maybe a lot of work, but like you feel good about it. Like, you're not hating it right now, in other words. Okay. But coming towards you, we do have the Tower card and we have the Five of Swords. So don't freak out though, because to me, with the Five of Swords here, this is, it's child's play for a Scorpio, really, because it's like, this is somebody who kind of thinks they have the upper hand and they're going to say like a lot of harsh words to you. And, they're smug, that kind of energy. And Scorpio, you can let that wash right over your back because you know that you could, just lift your tail, half an inch and sting them to, God knows where. So I'm not too worried about that, really. And you have the High Priestess as your outcome. So, which is way more Scorpionic to me than, whatever this like smug kind of, this could be an air sign you're dealing with perhaps, or it, like I said, it could be Cancer because they had, this in the exact same, or if you possibly you guys are in some sort of third party situation and there may be a Cancer involved, because this wasn't really in Cancer's position, it was in what's coming towards them. So that could be very possible too. Let me just clarify a little bit. It's hard to clarify the Tower, but I'll give it a shot, because the Tower is just going to come in and do whatever the hell it's going to do. So I really have a hard time clarifying it usually. But let's take a look, see if we can get a little bit more. Not too concerned about it. I don't feel it's any big deal. Let's see. Tower card. Where's the Tower card here for Scorpio, please? With the Five of Swords, please. Oh, wow. Same card as Cancer. That is really weird. When I went to clarify this card for Cancer, this card came out. So, you know, this might be specific, you know, even though it's general, you know, this might really tie into that reading. If somebody out there, Scorpio, is dealing with the sign of Cancer, or in a third party with a Cancer, or maybe in a third party that you don't know about, it's a Cancer. Okay. All right. So let's see. Emperor, you know, controlling energy. It could have something to do actually with, you know, a father. You know, it could be a father being, you know, really controlling and saying some really, you know, mean or cutting words to you, that type of thing. Or it's just somebody very controlling, you know, it's could be a boss. That could very well be, because this looks like, you know, this is sort of more of a work reading rather than a love reading. So it's very possible that, you know, you could get into it with like some coworker or something like that. Like I could even see like some coworker being like a total jerk and, you know, saying something about you that's like, or making you look bad. You know, true or not, doesn't matter, you know, but like even if you made a mistake, like him making it way bigger a deal around the office, if you will, than it should have been. And like the boss stepping in and going, oh, whoa. And then, you know, this could, you know, cause you some turmoil. Hopefully this is not something, you know, super major, like getting fired or something like that. You know, the Tower card's pretty, you know, can be pretty harsh. I wasn't feeling, you know, those, well, no, yeah, sorry. I just noticed and looked down. I got the Ten of Swords at the bottom of the deck. So actually for some of you, you know, that could be a caution, you know, because, you know, that it could actually be something like that, where it's a work-related issue that, you know, could cause, you know, a change in status there. That would be very few of you though, so don't be too paranoid. However, I would definitely, you know, flow with this energy. Make sure that you're very balanced at work. No gossiping about anything, you know, and Scorpios, you're pretty good at that anyway. I don't really see you going around the office, you know, telling everyone's secrets. That's not your style. But just be careful about everything, you know, that you're saying, and that your work is very good and productive, and, you know, that there's nothing to criticize about. You know, just put in your best efforts in the next little bit. And this is pretty quick moving energy, so, you know, it's not like, you know, for the whole month or for 2 months or anything like that. But that's good advice anyway. You should kind of do that stuff at work either way. But it, you know, I would caution that a little bit. But we have a High Priestess here. Let's see why that's why is the High Priestess here? Because it could be, you know, it could be some relationship stuff too. But let's see, High Priestess, please. Why is the High Priestess here? Okay, that doesn't tell me much. Well, I mean, it could actually. It's a pretty rare thing that would be, though. We have the Seven of Cups. So sometimes, and I think somebody had this in their weekly reading, this combination pair. Was it Aquarius maybe, or it might have been Scorpio too. No, I think it was one of the air signs. Anyway, I mean, rarely, sometimes, and not always, you know, but this combination, this would be for very few of you out there. But this could be like a highly, highly spiritual charge of some sort, because even though the Seven of Cups a lot of times is somebody who's kind of lost in delusion and can't make up their mind, they have all these choices, or, you know, they can't see the whatever through the clouds, you know, that kind of vibe. There's also like this really deep, cool meaning where it's where you do cut through the veil and you can see, you lift the veil and can see what the one cup is. Okay. And with the High Priestess, who is very, you know, in tune to that psychic type, you know, not other world. I won't say other world necessarily, because it's all the same world, but, just very deep and psychic and metaphysical. Okay. So for some of you, it's possible that, through creative work, you could have some sort of breakthrough that breaks you free from this sort of old control of mental normalcy, if you will, and have like some really cool, metaphysical type enlightenment. Okay, that's a rare few of you, because that's not going to appeal to everybody, obviously. Yeah, that's possible. Otherwise, it's just kind of what I say, not seeing things for what they are. It's secrets. The high priestess a lot of times is, related as secrets being kept. And, with this, that kind of plays into because, Seven of Cups, it's like, what is under there? What's under those cups? What's under that? And, that type of thing. So secrets could be coming to light. It could be about a father in your, like literal father, or it could be about a boss at work. Like if you were having an affair or something like that, be careful, or, just something like that I see. It's definitely secrets, because again, for a very few of you, it would be the metaphysical thing, which is very possible because with the Tower card too, that's kind of a good indication, especially starting off with Temperance. So for some of you that are super metaphysical out there, that might be, kind of a cool thing. Let me see if I can get a little bit more though. Because I think for the more general reading, I think that's what it is. I think it's more just secrets being held, something to do with a very controlling figure in your life, whether that be a boss or a father or somebody that's just older and kind of, controlling. Could be an Aries, possibly. Taurus, we'll see. Okay, yeah. Okay. And, although, cool, the card I placed on there for those metaphysical people, finding sanctuary, opening to your spiritual source. Okay, so for somebody out there, that could be, you might have a really cool, enlightening experience this week in meditation or something. One more. Okay. On the Tower card, we have Wise Leader. You are a beacon for others. Okay. So the Emperor is all about that too. So this could be a different take. Let's see. Okay. So there's one other thing this could be. Wow, that's a really cool card. She's like this like kick-ass warrior. I don't know. Hopefully you can see that pretty good. Yeah. And she's like holding the torch and she's holding the spear, but and there's this shiny light mountain behind her. I love it. Okay, I'm getting off course. Sorry. Okay, so here's one other scenario for the good possible scenario, because the Tower isn't always bad. Okay, so you have this balance that's going on right now. You've put in which is really a good energy, and you've put in like all this work, and it's been you've done a great job. You're doing very well at your job or your business or your creations, whatever you create, if you're creative, that type of thing. So it could possibly be that the Tower card is something that suddenly, spurs you into a place of leadership. I mean, with this Five of Swords here, I don't know, because, that, and it could be maybe somebody else, kind of dropped the ball and was gossiping, and the boss goes, oh, that sucks, and rewards you instead, or, something like that. But that's complicated. But anyway, we have the Emperor and Wise Leader. So it's very possible that some of you the Tower might represent you being moved up into a leadership position. Okay. And that would make sense too with a High Priestess, because that's sort of, she kind of oversees, a lot of more internal type things. So we have like 2 leadership cards here. Well, 3, I'm sorry, because we got High Priestess, we have the Emperor, and then we have this Clarifier. So it's possible some of you could be moving into, a higher, position. Okay. All right. So there's all kinds of like fun meanings to it, but I'll stick with the probably normal one. And I think that might be what it is. All right, Scorpio. So that looks good. I didn't really see any love stuff there, but hey, work stuff is awesome too. And especially if it looks like it may be, you know, even like a promotion or something like that into something bigger. Okay, let's see. Where are we? Scorpio, Cancer, Scorpio. Pisces. Pisces is next. Okay, Pisces. Let's see what's going on with Pisces. Okay, just general energy for Pisces. Make sure I'm still recording. Yep, okay. Oh, wow, I'm at 25 minutes. All right, oops. Okay, there we go. Okay, Pisces. More shuffles. Wow, lots of power coming out for you, Pisces. Magician, Ace of Swords, Hierophant. Okay. One more shuffle, please. Almost there, Pisces. Hang on. Okay, one more and we're good. Pisces. Okay. Ooh, that's a tough call. I'm going to use that. Okay, we'll use that as the signifier. Okay, Magician, overall energy. All right, that's not the way I usually do things, but the way that the cards split, it just felt like that was what to do. So, and that was at the bottom of the deck when I was mentioning that. So, awesome. All right. Some of you could be dealing with an Aries also. Okay, Pisces. Okay. Well, very interesting, Pisces. Okay. So mostly good. We have the Magician as the overall energy. For you yourself, you have the Sun card and you have the Nine of Swords. So that's, you know, not very, that doesn't make too much sense. In other words, the Sun card is about, you know, just feeling bright on top of the world. You know, things are good. The only thing I can see is that it's the Nine of Swords in this particular situation. A lot of times, you know, you see this card when somebody, you know, maybe they're a little heartbroken, or they've, you know, they've gotten, you know, they've just gone through a breakup, or they've just gotten fired and they're stressed out about money and things like that. It's a very, you know, stressful type thing. However, with this, all the cards surrounding it are all very positive and bright, and you have the sun right on top of it. So I think this is probably you not getting much sleep, you know, and being stressed out, but not in a negative way. If that makes, I mean, stress is always negative, but what I'm saying is being stressed out and not getting enough sleep because things are so busy and energetic, and you know, there's a lot going on right now. So that's what I see. You know, it is a sorrowful card. I mean, you know, you know, we'll try to clarify that a little bit. You know, but what's coming, we'll move on to that, because what's coming in is cool. You have the Knight of Coin, you know, so, you know, hello, that's, you know, fantastic. Stability, that sort of thing, with the Empress, you know, so that's expansion. And, you know, so this, if it's a couple things, you know, if you're looking for work, you know, and you've got your resume out there, that type of thing, very, very good sign that something, a very, you know, decent offer will be coming your way very quickly. And it will suit you very well, you know, so I like that. And, you know, we have the Four of Wands here, so that's like kind of about like celebrating and, you know, that type of energy. This can also be literally going to celebrations, going to events, going to weddings. It could be being proposed to. It can, you know, it can be a lot of things, but the bottom line is it's a very happy card, and it's a celebratory type card. Okay, whatever energy it is, whether it's literal, if you're actually at a celebration, or it's just inside, like inner celebration, you know, like, oh my God, yes, this is so awesome. The Magician covering this all is very cool, because that just tells me that, you know, this, you have done the work to deserve this, whatever it is coming in. So I don't know why you're stressed out, other than that's just kind of human nature, because sometimes we just, you know, can't accept that, you know, fantastic things are coming our way. We have to find something wrong with it, you know, that could be. But let's see, it might be deeper than that. Let's see what we can find out here. Why is the nine of Swords here for Pisces? Forward, please. Nine of Swords for Pisces. Why is the Nine of Swords here for Pisces? Oh, and there it goes. Okay. And it's more, yeah. Okay, so, I mean, you're genuinely stressed, but this is a self-imposed mental energy place, okay? So this is not, neither one of these are major arcana cards, okay? So that means you can, I mean, not that you couldn't anyway, you always have free will, but these are things you can get out of, okay? So this person is just, you know, stressed out. They feel like they're trapped. They've got too much crap on their plates that they just don't want to do anything. They're just like, oh my God, I can't think about it anymore. I'm just going to close my eyes and, you know, pray that it goes away. You know, it's like the little kid who, you know, hides under the blanket because they heard a sound, and, you know, they lay still for like 2 hours, and like with their ears, you know, perked, you know, to hear a sound that, you know, that the monster has gone away. You know, that's like the energy that's going on here. But you're crowned by the sun, okay? So let me assure you, you know, that in that sense, you know, the tarot card sense, I'm not giving personal assurances. No, I'm teasing. But really, I mean, a major arcana card like this, the sun, you know, crowning you, that's like fantastic, you know. So, you know, this is needless. Well, not needless, you know, it's not needless worry. I don't want to minimalize it. You know, whatever it is that you're upset about, you know, is valid. But it's also just mental energy that can, you know, you can deal with that and knock that stuff out, especially with that sun. You know, you have this great stuff coming in. I would assume this has to do with work, because of that Nine of Coin. I mean, this could be love, you know, very well with that Four of Wands, but I'm feeling work. That's what it seems like. And I feel like this is new. This is something new that's coming your way. And you're hopeful. Yeah, you know what? In fact, that's exactly what it is. You're you know, that's the thing. You're staying strong. You know, you'll get something sooner or later, and you're hopeful. And, you know, but you are stressed, and you do feel, you know, kind of, you know, burdened, and, you know, all those types of things. But this is saying, you know, something very good, very expansive. All those types of things are coming your way soon, and you will be celebrating. And, you know, as long as you keep that sun energy, you know, that bright, positive, you know, energy, and that's what you're manifesting, you know, and working towards in your thoughts, you know, it looks like this stuff's coming through. So let's see, Pisces. Pisces, please. Okay, yeah. And let's see, one here, please. Or two, okay. Okay. All right, so for the stress and, you know, that other card, you know, Eight of Swords, I pulled this card. Taking shelter, the answers are within. Okay, so, you know, it's not a bad thing to do. You know, go in, go wallow a little bit, you know, in all of this. And, you know, we all do need to do that sometimes, because from that, probably, you know, you'll have some sort of revelation that, you know what, everything's okay as long as I keep manifesting, you know, towards, you know, what I want. Okay, so again, the answers are within. Taking shelter. Okay. It's kind of like the Hermit card in a sense, you know, about like going inside deep and like kind of lighting that lamp, you know, if you will. Okay, so over here, what do we get? Oh, nice. Okay, so here we got the two others. I like it. We have grounding, go deep, explore your roots. Okay, and we have ascending the mountain, keep going forward. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I like that too. So you know what, get out a little bit too. I think that's good, because if you are this stressed and you have a lot going on, that, and you know, with this answers are within, this is somebody who's like laying in bed at night stressed out. Instead of that, what might be a good idea, both of these are very nature oriented cards, go somewhere peaceful, and maybe go for a hike. That's what this person's doing. Or maybe go, if there's a little place, that you can go sit by, like a little bit of water or a creek or something like that. Just go and kind of, unwind a little bit, let your problems go. And you probably have some sort of clarity and revelation. And while you're doing that, probably things in the background are working for you and bringing in this anyway. So take some time, go on a little hike, go do something, I love it, grounding, go deep, explore your roots, and keep going forward. Okay. So, and support is all around you. That's what the other card says on the bottom of the deck. All right. So very good. That's it. Actually, I like that reading, and it's all very bright. Look at this. You've got Magician. You've got this nice bright celebratory card. You have the Empress. These are things coming towards you, which is the Knight of Coin and the Empress. Okay. And then here's you. Again, bright, bright, bright. And then, we have these two inner mental energy cards going on. Okay. So as you can see, everything else is all good. So, go take a nice, break for yourself. Go for a little hike. Go sit by a creek, do some little thinking, deep thinking, do some big thinking, whatever, just, take it all in and, just relax, let it go. And probably those things will come right in. So, all right. Okay, Pisces. So I'm going to go on now to we'll do air signs next. All right. Great. Thanks.